Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. Today we are doing percents review. So if you are good to go on the percents, then you should have no problem. I'm going to just review a couple things in this video. All right, I got to keep it under 5 minutes, so I'm going to get moving. Remember, we said part. My thing would work here, it would make it a little bit quicker. We go part equals percent times whole. So is...
Please excuse the interruption. At this time, 8th grade Model A students should go to their lockers and then report to their 4-5 or 5-6 period. Model B students may report to their testing location.
Is means equals, of means multiplication. So in this case, we would say 6 is equals to 20%. Now remember, we cannot multiply or divide percents. Times what? We're looking for the whole on this. So we solve this algebraically with the t-chart. We got to divide by the 20%. Now remember, I just said we cannot multiply or divide percents. So we have to change percents to a decimal first. So remember how we do that? 20%, percent means per 100. So 20 divided by 100 is 0.2. So I'm going to divide by 0.2 on both sides. So I would go 6 divided by 0.2. I'm sure you guys remember all that now, right? So you could also be given a problem that is part and a whole, and on these you go part over whole. You go part divided by whole. So let's say I've got 5 and 10. Say 5 of the 10 pizzas are pepperoni. 5 divided by 10 is 0.5, but that's not my percent. Remember, we now have to change our decimal to a percent. So we move that decimal 2 places to the right. So that would also be 50%. Because remember, there's 3 different ways to write these. You can write them as a fraction, a decimal, which was 0.5, or a percent. So everything can be written one of 3 ways. The percent, though, is the tricky one because you cannot multiply or divide percents. You have to make it either a decimal or a fraction if you want to multiply or divide it. A percent is just a representation, a way to represent a number so that you can see how it compares to the others. All right. Sales tax. You got to figure out what is 8% of $50. Remember how we do all that? I say, what is 8% of 50? So I have to change that percent to a decimal or a fraction. I'm going to make it 0.08 because I know I divide by 100 or move that decimal 2 places to the left. Of, we said, means multiplication. Now we can multiply. So some of these, though, if it's a discount, you would have to go back and subtract. If it was asking us for the total price after tax, we would have to go back and add whatever we got there. So you got to be careful on some of these. One more thing that we're going to need to talk about is interest, simple interest. And that would be, if we can get to the problem, before I run out of time here. Simple interest is I equals PRT. I is interest, P is principal, R is rate, so that always has to be as a decimal, and T is time, which is always in years. So principal, 300, see how they did that in a decimal, and that is in years. So make sure everything fits that format for the other ones. All right, I am hitting 5 minutes.